we were just we were talking about the 1960 snow and about the roads were being covered. Uh, you were with the highway department, and was what was your job with the highway department?
Well, back then I was driving a truck
Mm-hmm.
and I had snow plow on the truck,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe it was in February, 1st of February, sometime on either Wednesday or Thursday. It started snowing, and it snowed for 6 weeks every week at the same date.
Started on a Thursday every week, or
Wednesday,
Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday or Thursday
Uh-huh.
every week, and it snowed from 12 to 15 inches every night, every time it snowed. And is we kept it open for about a couple of weeks, or till the trucks and motor graders got kept it open, and whenever they got so heavy they couldn't open it, why we sitting down in the country and got bulldozers and hard bulldozers, and they helped us open them up.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'd be out for a week at a time and never have shoes on.
Really?
So sometimes I never see home for a week.
Just sleep in your truck, or
Well, just stayed. Well,
or did you come uptown and motel?
no, it just kept a going.
Oh,
I don't know how, 'cause there's several times I'd get home and never know that I'd ever there.
just so dead on your
Just
feet.
dead on my feet. And at the same time, things got word that we was starving to death up here. And somebody got the Red Cross and the Army up here. And they brought a whole bunch of equipment and this, that, and the other. And which some of it was good. It helped out a few. There's a few old people that their medicine got low, and they did do the helicopters done some good. But the other stuff, it kept us busy at getting them out of the way till we could do something.
I remember about certainly about that time. What was it? An outfit from Fort Bragg that came up,
I
or
guess it was. That's only. It's been so long ago, I don't remember. But
there's helicopters
there's
and
helicopters
equipment
and
too?
weasels and trucks and this, that, and the other. And they are scattered all over Ashe County off the roads. Uh,
You all knew where the road should be, and they
we know
didn't.
where they should be. They now the Red Cross done good, but the Army, well, there's more in the way than
Not they. You just really had to know the county
you
to.
had to know it.
Uh,
'Cause there's a few times that we built roads over on fence stakes and missed the road maybe 20 foot.
really.
We did. There's one place that after it started thawing, well, you could see the stakes, fence stakes, right in the middle of where we was at.
Really? Well, how deep do you recall how much snow fell, or how deep did it get
Well,
accumulated?
there's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's about 90 some inches.
The main road from here to, say, from here North Wilkesboro, and the main road, I guess, was open about all the time, was it?
We kept the main roads open. What gave us the trouble was the county
Back the secondary roads.
secondary roads.
These military boys that came in, didn't the men weren't they fed by the people here in West Jefferson?
Well, partly, of course, the Red Cross all worked in together, and it got to be a mess.
Well, I wonder how many people were going hungry. Were there any?
Well, not as far as going hungry. I don't think as many are doing that. The only thing was their medicine. People is on
Heart medicines.
diabetics and heart medicine and stuff like that. Well, now they did begin to suffer,
Well,
but
yeah,
for hungry, well, now the people up in this country, they used to put up a whole lot of canned stuff.
yeah. have a ham or two or
Have
laying
a ham,
around.
that's right.
And when things got too bad, they could always cut the ham.
They cut the ham.
Oh,
We didn't suffer because they used to feed us out on the road in 60. And I never run up with anybody's hurting too bad.
so, well, there was a lot of concern that people were going hungry up here in the mountains.
Well, the people out in the western states and everything with a television, well, I thought, well, this is the awfulest place it ever been, that we was just starving to death. Because I met a few after that out on the parkway, and they found out where I was at, and that's all that they could hear back in the western states.
That's how tragic it
How
was.
tragic it was. And they had somebody, I forget what the man's name was. He lived in Virginia, and they showed him walking out to get him something to eat, and I can't remember his name at all.
Well, I'd say, I guess maybe they might not have had, you could run out of bread or something like that,
Well,
but you can live a long time without it.
well, they did. But it was something that unusual for Ashe County.
Yeah, well, we've not had the snow certainly like that in our lifetime, have we?
No, not
I
my
don't know if there's one
lifetime.
recorded or not, but I don't believe so.
I haven't heard no old people say.
I know schools were out for, how was it, 2 months?
I guess it was.
About 2 months, I think. That was a bad time. Did you have any close calls with your equipment?
Well, we had plenty turned over, and this, that, and the other. We did have some pretty close calls, especially the boys that come from down in the eastern part of the state that were used to flat land.
Didn't know how to drive on it.
Well,
There's
that's
no
right.
mountain
They didn't know what snow was. Uh, it was it did get sort of rough once in a while.
I don't know. It seemed like the county has always somehow managed to take care of their own aches and pains like that, haven't
Well, it have.
they?
I don't know whether it's because of the snow, but we had 2 or 3 boys that had heart attacks. I don't know whether it's caused of snow or just worked to death, but I was 1 or 2 died back in 60.
Could have been. Could have been.
Could have been.
A combination of
Combination of all of it.
Well, I bet the highway department, the whole highway department was just exhausted after that, wasn't it?
Well, they were. They just give out. Uh, they was afraid to speak to one another. So they was just so ill that they didn't know what to say. They'd talk till they'd give out and just hush.
They didn't have anything left to
They
say.
didn't have nothing left to say.
Oh, that could be a tiring thing. That and the flood, I guess the 40 flood and this flood, let's see, was it 74 or 76?
It must have been 74 when they had the last one, I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess it was. And there's one in about 77.
Well, that's.
But the 40th flood was, did it wash all the bridges out about it?
Well, from what I could find out, it washed every bridge out of Ashe County but one, and that was Scottsville.
Is that right?
I don't think there's a low water bridge or a high water bridge standing but here.
It's the one at Scottsville.
The one at Scottsville.
Well, what did people do was there a way to get to West Jefferson, say from about Helton? Was there a way for them to get there?
Well, the state, they had bulldozed out what's called fords.
Oh,
A shallow place across the creeks, and they could drive their cars, and what was running, they could get in. It took them a while, but
and the floodwater went down, I guess, pretty fast, didn't it?
it did, yes.
That was a 40 flood was About now in the 77, it didn't wash the bridges out like that, did it?
No, ma'am, no.
When they built them back, did they build them sort of at an angle or something to keep?
Well, they just built them back. What they done, one bridge had washed down to where another one, they could get a hold of it and put it up where the other one was at.
Oh, well, that'll work that all right.
And this bridge down here at Crumpler was a field at the ends of the bridge was put in by a horse and a mule and dumpsters.
Mhm.
And you could, where that layers went in, you could see the hoof prints of the mules in that dirt as it washed out.
Is
It
it?
preserved it.
For goodness sake. Well, it washed the roads away too, didn't it? I mean,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
roads were.
Yes,
If
and
you'd have crossed the bridge, you couldn't have gone far in
you
the gullies,
couldn't.
could you?
No, no. It just took everything with it. There wasn't nothing left on Big Helton, or that I know of, or what little I wasn't working for the state then, but my dad was, and I do know just a little something about it. So I was going to school back then. They had to turn out school till they got things straightened back out. Of course, it was in the summertime, but school might have been out.
Well, the railroad bridges were washed out too.
They was washed out.
I guess the floods and that major snow is about it as far as our tragic events that affect the whole county.
Well, now they had one in 1914 or something, but now I don't know nothing about that. That was before my time.
Well, I don't want another snow or another flood, do you?
No, but they say there's something happens about every 20 years.
67. That could be. Well, I thank you for coming in and telling us these.
Well, I appreciate you listening at me.
Well,
Enjoyed it.
really interesting. We're wanting to learn more about some of the subjects. The Ku Klux Klan, we haven't had any information on that till now, I don't believe. Maybe one or two little statements, but nothing concrete.
Well, the biggest part of the people back here, I mean, it's in then while they was, I said, was passed on.
Yes.
And,
And a secret organization that didn't leave any records,
they
did
didn't leave no records.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.